Also, this dude licked her. Kind of getting some student-teacher vibes going on here. Is this a bully romance? They were murdered, bashed a student's head into the table. But I don't trust them and I think that they are lying. I'm getting so invested now. I am just livid. Livid. Hi, I'm Madison and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a Zodiac Academy reading vlog for you. I'm going to be spending the next 24 hours reading this book. It's not going to take me that long to read this book. It's like only, what, 425 pages. I should be able to finish this today. It is currently 1 o'clock, so I'm going to have some lunch now and then I'm going to start reading this book and I'm just going to binge it. I'm just going to spend the rest of the day reading this. I have no idea what this is about. I know that it has to do with like zodiac signs and that the girl is like a twin and there's fae and there's vampires and like a bunch of different stuff like this. I'm pretty sure people call this like sexy Hogwarts or some shit. I honestly have no idea what the series is about. Considering that I've also seen it everywhere and I see fan art for this series all the time, the fact that I actually have no clue what it's about is quite concerning. Yeah, without further ado, let's give this a shot. Also, this is the very first video on my channel where I have rebranded myself. So, Princess of Paperback is what I used to be known as, but I've changed it to by Madison Fox. Because I kind of wanted to do, I'm doing a lot more lifestyle content, I feel like currently with like my week in a life and just doing different things, so kind of wanted to just do that and I thought it'd be fun, so hopefully I like it. It's going to be a spoiler vlog, by the way, so if you do not want to be spoiled for book 1 in Zodiac Academy, don't watch this, but I'm hoping that I can give you guys a super enjoyable time as I read this and I give you like my whole play-by-play, so without further ado, let's go. Okay, so I just read the first 3 chapters. It's interesting so far. I mean, it's super like info dumpy right now, which I probably should have assumed, but also just like a lot went on. So you're following these 2 twins. There's 2 POVs. You're following Darcy and Tori. So they're twins, they're like gorgeous, and they were in the foster care system until they turned 18 and they were kicked out of their foster house, and the book starts off with like the 2 of them like trying to make money to like get by. And basically what ends up happening is this guy named Professor Orion like shows up and is like, he talks to them and he basically, what is it called like with vampires when they like say something and like people like automatically like follow it? It's like command. He like uses like he used a specific, I think he's probably a vampire to be quite honest with you. But basically like, he says things and then like you're compulsion. He uses compulsion on them so they will like listen to him, and he basically tells them like, you guys are actually changelings, you guys are fae, you know, you come from a very powerful family. I don't know why you guys ended up being changelings. You were dropped here on Earth, and when you turned 18, we could basically feel how powerful you are, so I'm here to actually take you to Zodiac Academy. And they're like, what? And he's like, yeah, your family's actually super powerful, you have a massive inheritance, but to get your inheritance and all your money, you have to attend Zodiac Academy. And then he takes them to Zodiac Academy, and chapter 3 is them there, and they have like this thing called like the awakening, which is like to awaken like your elemental powers. And it turns out that the 2 of them have power over all 4 elements, which is like very uncommon. People like normally only have like 1 or 2 elements, but they're all 4. Of course, what else did we expect? Of course they were going to be able to control all 4 elements. They wouldn't be chosen ones if not. I don't know. I love elemental magic. I had no idea this was elemental magic, and that is like my favorite thing. So hopefully I do really enjoy this. It's just gonna depend on like what the writing ends up being like. So I'm not like in love with the writing right now, but I'm intrigued. Darcy is kind of like the nice, sweet one, and then Tori is like kind of more of like the bad bitch one, you know? It's very info dump for this very start, so I'm hoping that it kind of mellows out in a bit, so we'll see. Didn't Professor Orion explain your heritage to you? No. He just broke into our apartment and forced us to come here. He told us our parents weren't who we thought they were. She's like, that's a brief overview. Your parents were the last king and queen of Solaria. You return here as joint heirs to the throne. You mean like we're princesses? Well, yeah. Oh, damn. Celestial princesses. That's dope. Okay, I am 57 pages in, and we have met the guys. So we have got the other celestial heirs, who we have Max, we have Caleb, we have Darius, and Seth. I think Darius is my favorite. Apparently he has tattoos, so as of now, I like him the most. Also turns out that these girls, yeah, there's princesses, heirs to the celestial throne, after their parents were murdered, and currently, since they've been missing, because they were missing for like 17 years, there were 4 celestial families who have been ruling instead of there being a king and queen and someone on the throne from the Vega family. So now that the girls are back, those families are now like in trouble, because like if the girls want to reclaim their throne, then that now means that those 4 families will no longer have the power that they do have, and those 4 guys are the kids of the people from that celestial heir those celestial heir families. So my guess is basically that's what, I don't know. I also think I'm getting super big vibes here that Darcy is going to get with Professor Orion. Kind of getting some student-teacher vibes going on here. I'm also going to say some parts of this is like really cheesy. Like some of this writing is really cheesy. It's fine, but it was like, it's just, yeah, there's some parts in this that I'm like, the writing's a little seasoned, but it's okay. Is this a bully romance? What the fuck did he just bite her? Did he really just bite her? Did this man just bite her? We're 59 pages in. Want to beg for forgiveness? That's kind of sexy. Is this a bully romance? Okay, so I am learning more. So there are these things called orders, and there's like orders of the Fae. So like vampires are a type of order, and there are sirens, and what else is there? Werewolves. And I'm guessing people are shapeshifters and things like that. Also, this dude licked her. Seth like licked her cheek. Like, what the fuck? I have no idea what this man is. But they also just had to pick a house. So each of the 4 like celestial dudes are each also house captains, and each house is like a different element. And so Tori went with the firehouse, which is Darius, the inked up babe. And then Darcy ended up going with air, which is Seth, who licked her and like pet her and what's to be referred to as alpha. I don't know what he is. My guess is a werewolf. Turns out that Caleb is a vampire, so that makes sense. And apparently vampires drink blood to get power. And you can then, like, I don't know what everyone is. It's interesting. There's a lot going on. This is a lot more in depth than I was expecting it to be quite honest with you. I have learned so much. I'm now 50%, 30% in. And there's definitely going to be some teacher banging in this, babe, like 100%. I've also been tabbing it too, which is kind of cool. So let me show you what I've done so far. So there are like 3 different orders of the Fae. There's the parasitic orders, the mutating orders, and the spliced orders. The parasitic are like vampires and sirens, and then the mutating ones are like basically shapeshifters. So like they can shapeshift into like griffins or dragons or Pegasus or werewolves, hydras, and things like that. And then the spliced orders are like people who can be like sphinxes, harpies, centaurs, like half human, half people. So those are the 3 kinds of orders. I have no idea what these girls are supposed to be, like what their order is. My guess is that they can be something cool. We know that they're not vampires or sirens, but I don't know what they are, and I actually have no clue what they could be either. They're probably mutating. They probably shapeshift into something. I think that would make sense. I don't really know. Yeah, this is also 100% a bully romance. I know that it's not like reverse harem, but it's definitely giving reverse harem vibes with some of these things going on. I think, however, that Tori and Darcy. I think Tori's definitely going to end up with Darius, and then I think Darcy's gonna no. Yeah, Darcy is going to end up with the teacher. Also, it's so hard because I think of Darcy as like Darcy from like Winx, and so I always think of Darcy as more of like the bad bitch girl, but Darcy's the really sweet one, whereas Tori is the bad bitch girl. You get what I'm saying here? Anyway, there's someone who was like anonymously messaging them. There's also this thing called Facebook, which is like Facebook / Twitter, but it's the Fae version of it. I'm like, bro, really? Really? But so far, I mean, I'm actually enjoying it a lot more now than I was before. The writing has actually gotten better as it's gone along. So, like, I don't know what that says, but the writing definitely has improved. But can I just say, the teacher bashes a student's head into the table. In what world? He bashed a student's head into the table. And also, people are out here forcibly drinking other people's blood with no consent. There is no consent to this blood drinking, which, like, it is what it is and is fine, but it's a little strange that even the professor forcibly drunk her blood. Like, that is, like... I'm not expecting that. But I'm enjoying it, and they have to learn how to, like, not get coerced. Actually, it turns out everyone has coercion. Coercion is something that all the Fae can do, but when you're a kid, you learn how to put, like, mental shields up, and so the girls have to learn how to put up mental shields so that they don't get, like, screwed around. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. It's cool to see them, like, learning their magic. They're super powerful, which is, like, I love that. I love when people are super, like, OP powerful with their magic. Makes me so happy. And I'm actually, like, enjoying the girls now. I think, however, like, Tori is my favorite. I like her bad bitch vibes, and she's just cool like that, so she's currently my favorite. But yeah, these are the tabs I'm currently using. They look like this. And I'm using this color down here first and working my way up. Oh, your father was the most powerful Fae in Solaria. He had fire, water, and air element, and your mum just had the element of air. She was also a Gemini and was named the most beautiful woman in Solaria. Your mum was a harpy and your dad was a hydra. Ooh. Oh, LMAO, this is hilarious. My skin prickled at the mention of a hydra. My Greek mythology knowledge came pretty much entirely from Disney's Hercules. Oh, and they're super rare. I wonder if they'll be them too. I have no idea. Maybe? I don't know. Some things are still a little cheesy in here, but they were murdered. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and read. Yo, what is up with these typos? There's a nut that's not supposed to be like that. That is incorrect. But, next chapter. So when Tori did her trial by fire, like, to get into the house, the firehouse, she had to, like, walk through fire and her, like, clothes got extinguished and she was butt-ass naked. Turns out a guy took photos of her, put them online, and so she went and literally just reamed his ass with all of her magic to make him delete all the photos, and it was such a bad bitch move. I love it. You know you make sex noises over your food, right? No, I don't. I'm a lot louder than that in bed. I fucking love Tori. Okay, so everyone, like, each order, like, gets powered a certain way. Like, you have to, like, replenish your power. Like, you have, like, a certain well and how full that is. Like, whenever you use power, obviously the well goes down. Obviously the girls are super powerful. They're, like, 10s when it comes to it. But they still, like, need to find a way to replenish it eventually. And that depends on your order. So vampires replenish their power with blood, obviously. Sirens apparently replenish their power by emotion and physical contact. So they'd be touching you, and, like, any sort of emotion that you give out, like, that gives them power, and they can suck that power out of you. Pegasi, they get their power replenished when they're in the clouds, which is random. So, fun facts, I'm learning. It's interesting. Sirens are cool. I love sirens. Sirens are dope. Okay, so they just, like, spent time with the werewolf shifters, and it was actually probably, like, one of my favorite chapters so far, because, like, they got to sit on the werewolves and, like, watch them all, like, change, but they all, like, they get to the place and all the people, there's like 50 of them, and they just strip fucking naked and then just start running and then shift, and the girls are just standing there like, oh my god, everyone's just naked right now, like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Also, we just got a thing, they had, like, a tarot class, and, like, shit got freaky. And basically they were like, beware of your enemies, they are made of fire and shadow. And we also just learned that the bad guys are nymphs. And nymphs are a different race. So you've got the Fae and then you've got the nymphs. And the nymphs don't have powers, but they can get power by killing a Fae and absorbing their magic. I think that's correct. My guess is, like, the nymph magic is, like, shadow magic. So, like, fire and shadow, like, shadows. Obviously it's nymphs, duh. Nymphs are the bad people. Although, like, are they really? Is the question. I don't know. Apparently people are being murdered too by the nymphs. Like, the nymphs are murdering, like, powerful families. And my guess is nymphs murdered their parents. Alright, I have an update. What was my update? Oh, yeah, looks like Orion and Darius are planning something. Don't know what they're planning, but it's something. Also, there's also someone who's been anonymously messaging them on Facebook, and they use the name, what is it? Falling Star. And Falling Star is, like, I think the heirs family and, like, all the kind of people, like, they, like, want to kill you and they're out for you, they killed your parents. I don't trust this Falling Star person. I don't know who the Falling Star person is. I don't know who it is. I have no guesses yet as to who that would be, but I don't trust them and I think that they are lying. So, can you believe it's 6:15 and it's still so nice and sunny out? I love it. Living for it.
Oh, there she is. Oh, she's looking at us. Hi, baby.
Okay, so let me remind you what all the guys are. You've got Caleb, Seth, Darius, and Max. So Max is a siren. He's the water house captain. Then you've got Seth, who is a werewolf shifter, and he is the air house captain. And then you've got Darius, who I think is a dragon shifter. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it says on the back of the book there's a dragon shifter, so I'm assuming. And he's the firehouse captain, and his like family I think is the most powerful out of all four of them. And then you've got Caleb, who's a vampire, and he's the, what other elements left? Oh, the earth house captain. And he is growing on me a lot. So vampires have like sources, which is like the main person they drain the blood of. And obviously Orion, the professor, his main source, like he claimed, which sister was it? He claimed Darcy as his source, which like, by the way, like how is that not a blatant like student professor, like kind of like, anyway. And then Caleb claimed basically Tori as his source from like the very fucking third chapter. But like I kind of dig them together, and like he's kind of growing on me, and I don't know, his vampire, like the vampire babe, like I kind of like him a lot. Seth is still fucking weird, just flat out, like I just don't like Seth, but I am liking Caleb, so. Oh my god, I'm so shiny. I don't know if I talked to you guys about the Almighty Sovereign Society, which spells out ARS as an acronym, but they're like a group of people who are like devoted followers of the Tori and Darcy being like the true queens, like the rightful heirs of like, you know, everything. And they literally call the girls like, oh, your majesty, and they like bow every single time they see them. But the head of the Sovereign Society is this girl named Geraldine, who really like worships the ground that Tori and Darcy walk on, and like is always bowing and is like, oh, your majesties, and is like obsessed with them. But I kind of think there's something sus about her. Like she's so devoted to them that like I kind of feel like it's like a front. You know, like she's so, I don't know, there's something about it. Also, it's 7 o'clock and it's still light out. The sun is just setting now and I'm living for it. It is 7:30, so I'm actually gonna pause and make myself dinner quickly, but I'm almost done. I'm so close. I have like less than 100, I don't even know how many pages I have left. I'm on page 353. It's going good. I can't wait to update you guys. Hey, okay, so had dinner and all that jazz. Coming back on, so I want to talk about what I currently have just read. So, like, things like, nothing spicy has happened yet. There was, oh my god, there was this really hot, like, club dancing scene. That was so sexy. It was such a good scene. Literally, I'm like, kind of getting more vibes what some of the romances could be, because now, oh my god, Seth is, like, totally changed. He's like, I mean, I was like, oh, well, I don't really like him that much. He, after that like night of him and Darcy were dancing together, oh my god, the next day he's like, you know what, I'm kind of like into you. Oh my god, I was like, bruh, I was like 180 right here. Oh, I'm so intrigued to see where this is gonna go. Okay, Mimi. Oh my god. And now we've finally got confirmation that what's his name? Darius is a dragon, because Tori goes to his room in like the place, and he's like on the top floor, and his whole bedroom is just gold, like legit solid gold, and he had like a whole treasure chest in there, like a legit treasure chest with like gems. She walks in and she goes, do you have like a pirate fetish? She's like, what the fuck is this going on here? And he goes, because it's my order. This is how I like replenish myself. So I'm like a dragon, like it's gold, like that helps me replenish my power. And she's like, what? He goes, yeah, want me to show you? Strips fucking butt-ass naked, jumps on the balcony, transforms into a dragon. They also seem like everyone has to get naked to transform, which is like, you know, fair enough. And like, I'm almost done. I'm actually quite sad. I totally get how this is so addictive, and I know it's totally gonna end on like some sort of like a cliffhanger. Also, Geraldine almost got murdered. Dude, almost got murdered. So what ended up happening was, at one point the girls were like chilling in an alleyway, and there was like this noise, and whenever the noise came on, it like basically like stopped them from being able to use their powers. It was almost like imagine like a high-pitched noise, and like people can't do shit. It was like this like rattling noise. When it happens, it like basically like blocks you from being able to use your powers. Geraldine ends up getting almost killed because it happens to her instead. So I think I was wrong. I think she's, I don't think there's actually something wrong with Geraldine. I think I was very wrong there. I think Geraldine is actually an innocent bystander. But now I don't actually know who, like, is the bad person. Something sus going on. But yeah, Geraldine almost died. All right, I'll be back. Oh my God, we just had our first kiss scene. It was Tori and Caleb the vampire and Tori. Oh my God, that was so good. It was like, and it was, oh my God, it was such a good kiss. It was such a good kiss scene. And then he, you know, her as well. Oh my God. And Seth asked Darcy to the dance on Friday. Yo, I'm getting so invested now. But also that's the very first spicy scene that we've had this entire book, was this fingering scene just now. So that's like, how many pages? That's 380 pages to get to that. So I didn't know, I guess I really didn't know exactly how spicy the series was going into it, but like, I'm really enjoying it. That was very good. Oh, that was so good. I really like Caleb a lot. He's like my favorite. I love them all now. I really love them all. I was not expecting this. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. I figured I should film myself right now because they're about to go maybe meet Falling Star. Not that I still don't know who that person is. And I still don't trust them. I still think that there's something off about that, but I don't know. What are our bets on who it is? What? Oh. That was so anticlimactic. It's the tarot card professor. Professor Astrom. Why the fuck is it the tarot card professor? What? The nymphs are just the pawns in a bigger game. Oh, they couldn't have gotten to the royal palace to kill your family without help. Ooh. And they think it's Darius's dad? Dark magic? Orion's family is deep roots in dark magic. I don't think Darius and Orion are actually gonna do anything. I don't know. When have I ever said no to a free shot of tequila? Mood! Diego and Sophia are cute. Those are their best friends, Diego and Sophia. Diego's air, Sophia is fire. Sophia we met Sarah at the beginning. Oh my God, what if one of them is evil? Maybe I should make this like a whole series of me reading each of the Zodiac Academy books. Make it like a whole thing. I probably could have done like one gigantic vlog reading them all, but that would have taken me well, they're not even all out yet. Right, they added on like an extra book and it comes out like in ages. Typical Tory behavior seemed to involve hot guys with questionable intentions or illegal activities more often than not. A double pink gin and tonic. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't think I mentioned this, but it's all written in British English. Are these authors like? I don't know. I'm actually so curious how this series is gonna keep going. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe Seth, he's acting too nice. He's acting too nice and it's super sus. Oh, she kissed Seth. I gotta mark this shit. I have a really bad feeling that they're kissing right now and I don't think this is gonna end well for anyone. What a fucking dick. He just fucking cut off her hair. That is so fucked up. You do not cut off people's hair. Hair is so, oh my God, I am just livid. And fucking, oh my God, what a little dick. I knew it was too good. Knew I didn't trust Seth. I fucking knew it. I need to take off that tab I just did. I don't want to fucking record Dick Face's fucking kiss, little shit. But Orion came back and we do like Orion, so. Where the fuck is Darius taking Tori? Oh my god, they fucking dropped her in the pool and then turned it to ice on top. She's trapped. What the fuck? Oh, I wonder if I wonder if one of their orders will come in now, because they're basically almost like, they're trying to kill them. Professor Astrom was murdered, broski. Dude, I was so wrong. Oh, I'm done. I need to know. Oh. Damn. Aw. Oh, fuck, I need the next book. Okay, so I finished it. And I tabbed it, and now I want to know what happens next. I definitely can understand why people do enjoy this. I still like have no idea what to really expect. This was like, I feel like I read this whole book and technically really nothing happened in it when I really think about it. It was actually really fun to film. Like, I had a bunch. I'm really glad I read this today. This is actually the quickest I've read a book in ages. I have like not had a really great reading month, and this is like the first book I've actually read this month that like I had a lot of fun reading. So I'm actually really glad I picked this up. Plus it's not super romance heavy. Like there is like romance in it, but it's not like massive, which is like definitely the vibes that I'm looking for at the moment. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. I would give this a really solid 4 out of 5 stars. I think the rest of the series could be really fun. I don't get how there's so many books in this though. There's like 8 or 9 or like some shit like that. And they all get bigger and bigger and bigger too. Like damn. But yeah, I'm really intrigued. I'm going to make this like a whole vlog series. I don't know when I'll read the next one and when I'm going to do that, but I'm going to make this a new thing that I'm doing because I'm invested now. I'm super curious, and I thought it was actually super fun. It was such an easy read as well. Super, super easy to read. Of course, the beginning like wasn't, but you know what? Pretty good. But like, why do the guys have to be such dicks? They really just fucked everything over towards the end. Like, man, Orion is now my favorite. Orion did some good You guys can't see it, but Zelda is currently But yeah, I kind of feel like I gave you guys my thoughts the entire time I was reading it. So I don't really have much else left to say apart from like, yeah, it was my final rating, but I enjoyed it. I'm actually really surprised that I didn't actually crack the spine at all, because I thought that I definitely would. It's also just really nicely printed in quality. Like, I really enjoyed this, so A+. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit up and down below if you want to see more of me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check me out over on TikTok and Instagram. And until next time, thanks a bunch, everyone. Bye-bye.